Hello, hockey, basketball, and soccer fans. My name is David. I'm coming to you on this Tuesday afternoon Eastern Time, 2:49, on an injury update to goalies. Anthony Stolarz, under contract to the Leafs, and who was one of two main goalies before a knee injury forced him out, was relatively good. But he's out until sometime in January, at least 4 to 6 weeks, according to Brad Treliving, the GM of the Leafs, and some MRI that had come back. In response to which, Treliving had claimed that that had not been good news for Stolarz going to play anytime soon. So yeah, it's definitely I've tweeted out some news on that. There's from Leafs Nation podcast, from an episode of Sportsnet 59 The Fan, from Elliot Friedman, who claimed that the Leafs could not, quote, get to a point where, unquote, Wall would be, quote, playing the next 20 games in a row, unquote, making it a necessity for a non-Wall goalie to play. Well, that gets me back to an early May episode of City TV Toronto's Breakfast TV, during which co-host Sid Sixero had claimed that back then the Leafs had not had a goalie they could trust, with his claim that Joe Wall would continue to be injured throughout his career. Well, do the Leafs have a goalie they can trust with Stolarz out? That isn't so clear. So just going to take a look here at where Leafs have here. So I'm going to do for the stats. Goaltending stats for this regular season. Just going to try to here. Alright, I'm just going to figure out here. Whoops. Alright, what I'm going to do is just try to get the. Whoops. I'm just going to try to get one of my other browsers to get going here. Just gonna. Alright, Leafs go ESPN. I'm gonna try one of the tablets because clearly isn't working. Clearly the laptop's not working. I don't know why. I'll have to look it up here. So when it comes to the stats here, there have been three goalies Leafs have used. Stolarz has played in 17 games, Wall in 12, and Dennis Hildeby in 3. The last two games, Hildeby has been a sieve. And yes, in that game against the Sabres, Hildeby ultimately did settle down. Just reaching over because this just goes, and that 5-3 win, during which the Hildebeest, as he's sometimes nicknamed, allowed 3 goals, in my opinion, all of them ugly ones. So it'll be interesting. Legitimate concern about goaltending again on consecutive calendar days Eastern Time. The Leafs are going to play. I'm just going to go to the Leafs schedule and oops, sorry, I'm just gonna go just take a look in terms of games scheduled on consecutive calendar days Eastern Time. So this month, the Leafs have 2 sets of games that are that, one on the road and one away. So later this week Eastern Time against in an away game against the Sabres, and then in a home game against the Isles on Saturday Eastern Time. Next week it'll be the 27th in an away game against the Wings, and then a home game against the Caps. January. Let's see here. Nope. January, there's only 1 set of games scheduled for consecutive calendar days Eastern Time, both at home on the first Saturday of that month against the Bruins, and then the Sunday against the Flyers. So that, thankfully, will be the only set. In February, the Leafs have 1 set of such games scheduled for the final weekend of the month. A home game against the Canes, and then an away game against the Blackhawks. In March, these have a set of games on the during the first full week of the month. Second Eastern Time away to the Penguins, and then a home game against the Sharks. Later on the month, the 19th and 20th, at home to the Avs, and then away against the Rangers. And then the last weekend will be in the LA metro area, initially against the Kings, and then an away game against the Ducks. So, yeah, this is of the year 1, 2, 3. Then in April, the Leafs have 2 sets of games scheduled on consecutive calendar days Eastern Time. A pair in Florida, initially in South Florida against the Panthers, and then in Western Florida against the Bolts, at least on the Florida Gulf of Mexico coast. And then on the second weekend Eastern Time of that month, a home game against the Habs on the Saturday, then an away game against the Canes on Sunday. Yes, it sucks that these have to go on the road after it's playing a game at home and with less than 24 hours, but that's the way things have to be. It's a huge concern that the Leafs, in games scheduled on consecutive calendar days Eastern Time, have a record this regular season of just 6, 7, 1, and 0 on wins and regulation OT and shootout losses. The objective should be, in each pairing of such games going forward, to earn points at least, to earn at least 75% of the points. That's what I hope the Leafs are going to do. The question is whether the Leafs will do that. In the most recent set, the Leafs earned 50% of the available points, but they didn't start off that well against Sabres, because and that's a major concern. Will Hildeby be ready to go in the next game he's scheduled to play? He better be, if he's the one who remains up. Because if not, oh boy, are things going to be interesting. Anyway, if you like the content of this video, please consider liking and subscribing for more content have to do with Canada's NHL, NBA, NBA G League, and other teams such as the national ones, whether of hockey, basketball, or soccer. And on that note, I'm going to say goodbye, and I'll be back, likely the next couple days, with another long or short video.